Hello, and welcome back to Ace Attorney. Today we'll be continuing with our episode 4, Turnabout Goodbyes. Me2. Kyle. So let's see what 𝐒𝐻𝐸 is gonna say, if he's gonna be testifying, that is. December 26th. Let's go. Karma? That's right, Manford von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He's a god of prosecution. Right, a god. Not a single case? He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone I know, 𝐒𝐻𝐸. I don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. Quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. Told me what it really means to prosecute. What? This picture of prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by the factor of 10. So was he your teacher then, Mr. 𝐒𝐻𝐸? Something like that. Now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep. Oh, wait, maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years. He's as ruthless as me, times 20. It's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. Guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia... Maya? Huh? You could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh... Can't. Sorry, I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what a bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What were you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. December 26th, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles 𝐒𝐻𝐸. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. von Karma? Is the prosecution ready? Cool. Seriously think that I would stand here where I'm not completely prepared? Right. My apologies. It's even got judge scared. Very well. Opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. Decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. Prosecution may call its first witness. With this guy? Is he a royalty or something? Am I supposed to fight against this? Oh, the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick 𝐒𝐲𝐬. Okay, 𝐒𝐲𝐬's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident. Now. Yes, sir. Okay, 𝐒𝐲𝐬 looks nervous. Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. 2 men on the boat. Now there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. 12:10 a.m. she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. Yeah, I got a map. Testify to the court about the arrest, now. Wait, Mr. von Karma. Yes? Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There's only one thing you need to do here. You'll slam down your gravel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course, you're quite right. No, he's not. Okay, arrest of 𝐒𝐻𝐸. Man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. We had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now. Okay. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. Press. You received a call from a man? Yep. But he said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? That woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people? There were 2 witnesses. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. They have summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping a lot of hard. What happened next, detective? We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. Press. How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I would say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto is get there quick. Detective, you'll refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Look forward to your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Facts. Yes, sir. And it's got his share of objections. I didn't suspect him of anything at all. Press. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. You have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective 𝐒𝐤𝐬 doesn't look so good. Continue, now! The next morning, the body was found in the lake. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. It was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well. The court accepts this bullet into evidence. Okay. We have to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Why is that? Well, we found a murder weapon in the boat. A murder weapon? Pistol. Detective 𝐒𝐤𝐬, that is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Sorry, Your Honor. The weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence. Press. What about the pistol made a decisive evidence? He has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. There were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What? Order! Order! So, Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon? Yes, Your Honor. Judge, is the weapon in question? Accepted into evidence. Okay, same caliber weapon, fired 3 times. There's prints from Edgeworth, right, but they heard 2 gunshots, not 3. Members of the court, we We now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective? Yes, sir? Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes. The ballistic marking on the bullet matched the pistol. Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistic markings? Shocking. Imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, he's glaring at me. Very well. I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Huh? Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves the distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. Examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Order! Order! This is bad. This makes it look like 𝐒𝐸ℎ did it. Well, Judge, I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, I wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I'm somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge. Yes? What are you doing? 10-minute recess, now! But wait, I... Just bag your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man. Yes! This court will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court, anyway? We need to talk to 𝐒𝐸ℎ quickly. 𝐒𝐸ℎ, what's going on here? Fingerprints were on the murder weapon. That foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. Was that you in the boat? It was me. What? You must believe me. I didn't shoot him. Who did? I don't know. You don't know? Were you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. And the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. I'm not going to convince anyone of that. Hey, Maya. What? Any progress with Mia? Sorry, that's no good. I know. I'm not good for anything, am I, Nick? I can call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? Oh, I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right? Okay, Nick, you don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. More, I'm a spirit medium who can even contact spirits. Oh, everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. I never know when my luck is going to run out. Really? Whoa, alright. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. Bad for my heart. Oh, sorry. Oops. Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness. Yes. Will Mrs. Vodahart take the stand? Vodahart, you are a research student at the university. And I am. Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. Don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? You all need to learn some manners. Understand? Yeah, I understand. Very well. Your testimony, please. Okay. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. Heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, saw two gents in a boat. There was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. 2 shots, but 3 shots were fired from the gun. Enough. Huh? Judge. You happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accept it as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order! I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately. The witness testified she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake, though the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order, order, order! I will have order! Well, Judge, evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well, this court finds the defendant. Wait, Your Honor, I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. Cross-examination? We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words and they all read guilty. You lose. Or you claim to have found contradiction in her testimony. Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. Then I will have you held in contempt of court. Make contempt? Contempt of court, you know? I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? You really think there was a contradiction with the facts in this testimony? There was. I noticed the one little thing. Oh, I'm Presnick. I didn't notice anything. Take him on. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. Okay, I noticed there's 2 shots she talked about, but there's 3 shots fired from the gun. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Very well. I pray for your sake this was not a waste of time. Witness's account. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. After midnight, you say? In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Huh? Yeah, well, yes. I know you want to find contradictions, but really, I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony. I was in my car. Press. Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Let's further. This is hard. Could you be more specific about your research? What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. Object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Wait, no, I'm the one who says that. Then say it already. Objection sustained. For nothing, Your Honor. I heard this bang come up from the lake. Okay. You weren't looking at the lake at that time? I looked after I heard that noise. You said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not a leisurely chat with the witness. When I looked out the window, I saw 2 gents in a boat. Did you clearly see the 2 men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? No. Give me anyone. Uh-oh. Press further. Wait a second. I wasn't asking about the photo. I was asking if you saw the 2 men. Yeah, well, of course. Witnesses testify that she saw them. There's also a photo. Best look elsewhere for the precious contradictions. Jump in quick, he's hiding something. And there was another bang. Yes. Are you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Yeah, sure. You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble. Karma, I think I hate you. It's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. What end? There wasn't a nary thing on the lake but that boat. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as country gal can be. That sounds pretty sure. Just further. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. And the whole lake? Oh, sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. This is hard. Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. So that's what I'm saying. Yes, of course. Great. Enough. I think we heard all you need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in testimony worth noting. But Your Honor, you keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. If that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? Nick, Loda's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean. If I can say anything, what can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently. Make a decision. Pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who was that? It was me. Oh yeah? Something wrong? You need to use the facilities? No, I do not. What a heart. Your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Loda, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? You will stand down. Or does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Loda. What's the big idea treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth. Enough. Declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. Sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He's in contempt of court and must leave. No. Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong. What? Did you hear what Mr. Hart just said? That she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. It was not in the testimony. I changed her testimony and I have right to cross-examine her again. Order! For contempt of court, it's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Mr. Loda Hart has made new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. He's in contempt of court. Oh, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. FA, you will leave the courtroom immediately. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Oh yeah. I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. I'd better find a contradiction in here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. The last statement. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. Press. Well, what about the other man? You You cannot expect to be allowed to blindly ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claimed out there was a contradiction in the witness testimony. We'll find it, if you can. Mr. Wright, I have assigned you a penalty. Oh my god. That's it? Uh-oh, I don't know if I can find anything in that. But I can't squander my efforts either. Okay. Present and use the picture. She couldn't clearly see him because look at this. You can't see anything. She said there was a foggy. It was a foggy day. So present that. Got you. Got you, Mrs. Hart, finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fuck, Mrs. Hart? So? This picture was taken with professional high-quality film, correct? Even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? What? Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please. Yet now she has said it to phone karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Mrs. Hart? What? Did you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could. I meant I could. Please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. Finally found a hole in the phone karma's carefully vague testimony. Edgeworth was seen. Your night, it was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. Once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise of the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See, no problem. You use binoculars? Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. This one better be good. Edgeworth was seen. Okay. Your night, it was cold at night. And the mist was thick as grits. Okay, press. I hope it doesn't hurt me. Let's do a safety save, just in case. Press. So, how could you see Edgeworth? Just hold on horses for a second. Hasty Yankee types never find a gal where I'm from. Testimonies have trouble with that as it is. It laughs me. Once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Your camera? Put an automatic. Issue we are concerned here is Mr. Hudson Edgeworth. Camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained. He's not letting her answer any of my questions. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope and binoculars for that? Ah. Good doubt about your camera too. Is that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with the last line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. She was trying to take a photo of the Gordy monster, is my guess. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further? Yes, press further. This is make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key for this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. Very well, Mrs. Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear ya. The camera was set up to take up pictures of a meteor shower. Mrs. Hart, what made you choose that, to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick out of lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, I see. I guess I wasn't thinking too straight, hard. I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect. Oh, wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was you saw Mr. Edgeworth? Order. No unnecessary comments, please. Okay, present. And this, right? Meteor shower doesn't make loud noise. You can barely hear. You can't hear it. So yeah, let's present. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point the camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Mrs. Hart. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Tell me, then what exactly was she photographing? No evidence. Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Mr. Hart trying to photograph at the lake? A monster. Mrs. Hart? This is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? Newspaper article? Gordy? Ah, the sighting of Gourd Lake. Oh, Mrs. Hart. I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see your proof that I was down to the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. I guess I have proof, maybe? Guess I could use the camera. Maybe this one, the lake photo. Let's try the camera first. Let me save again. I don't want to repeat the whole case just because, you know, I have proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. What is the proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy, the lake monster? The camera. The proof, Mrs. Hart, is your own camera. What? Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? It's this photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it merged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order! Order! See, I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Mrs. Hart. You were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah, not bad. Are you all lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down here trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That doesn't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! As she secondly said, so what? Which is nothing. Not true. You're hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Mrs. Hart, why do you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony. Right, fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing though. Nothing will change, it has to. I'm going to spot it. Okay. Actually, I'm not a research student at the university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it would be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard a bang, I looked at right at straight out to the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I was just watched the boat the whole time. And I saw a flash in one of the man's hands and heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time. It was my heart and hope to fry. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The witness testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she's a research student or photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. The defense right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Karma's up to something, I know it. Doesn't want me to cross-examine her because why? Is there a contradiction? Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. Seem sure of yourself, you must have something in mind. That would be a first. Very, very funny. I understand that this is your last chance at the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. There is no problem with the testimony this time. We will let the witness leave. I'll announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Okay. Ooh. Let's save it again. Another research student in the University Press. And what manner of person are you? I'm not sure I'm not half foolish enough to be called a manner of anything. I'm an investigative photographer. An investigative photographer? Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. Guess what? What? It was the UFO. It was the hanging in the sky. The UFO? No. You identify a flying object? UFO. I mean a UFO? That's when I had a sort of revelation. Yeah, I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Imagine what a scoop it would be if I got a picture of that monster. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Yeah, even had him up on the TV. Not sure that appearing on the local news rumor of the month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted at Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper, for real. Right, this is one fight I cannot believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. That's why I was camping out by the lake. Yes. That's why you put the automatic sensor on the camera? Yep. Ordered it from the university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep. So how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. But that's all I was hiding. Press. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose to the lake. Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake would be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate sugarbox trying to steal my scoop. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually... Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case. Whatever you say, Von Karma. I know you told her to keep quiet. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out at the lake. Yes. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper than the sound I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched it both the whole time. There wasn't much else to look at. Yep. I don't know. If she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there, I kind of doubt she would waste any time looking at a boat. What? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for? This is suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush, birdies, Pops. I'm getting there. I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat on that time? Wait, so you're thinking maybe it was shot from some other place? I don't think so, nope. The lake was smooth as glass. Nobody was on the shore neither. That better find some clear contradiction in this testimony. Won't be able to karma any other way. There's to be something. What do I have? You can either question her either question her camera that only we have one photo, but the gun fired 3 times. Present. I guess that's all I was hiding. She's hiding the other photographs, right? Present the pistol? That's not gonna work. I think so. Actually, no, the camera. Wait. Let's present this. Your Honor, that statement contract. No, it doesn't. Oh my god, why? Oops, that didn't go so well. And this one then. Wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched it both the whole time. Oh no, Loch Ness Monster. She would look for her, so present that maybe? The article? This is hard. Were you really looking at that boat? What's that with you? Of course I was looking at it. It's the only thing there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? You all want to step over here and say that? You are camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy. That's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Ah. Order. Continue, Mr. Wright. I testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy. That's what you were doing. Well? Well, now that you'll mention it, I'd sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordon might be out there and all. Mrs. Hart? I was saying that you were not watching the boat then. Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. It was just I thought, you know, I could be witness to a murder and all. Then I got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat till now. This is totally uncalled for. Hey, you got the photograph, you got proof. Well, we can see who is shooting, who is in it. Right. That's why I took this photo and... Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it, but you really can tell from the photo who's shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it will drop the quality a mite, but it should let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. I want Karma, let her show it. Got a hunch. But the enlarged photo showed something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong though, you'll be in prison for Edgeworth, or worse. What should I do? Take her short the enlargement. This is hard. Look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist. Whatever you're talking about. You were the one who told me not to show it to the court in the first place. You old fool. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Mrs. Hart? Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. We still cannot see who's firing this. It's left hand. We defend it, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Take photo to the court record. Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. Little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested not to show it. I suppose this means that cross-examination is over, obviously. I would like to close the cross-examination of Mr. 𝐒𝐸𝐿. No, none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. Decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? There's prints from his right hand, but the photo has the left hand. The pistol. That's what he was trying to hide. Nothing, of course, and I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, isn't it supposed to go like this? There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Check the enlargement. Wait, no, Your Honor. There's something decidedly strange with this enlargement. What might that be? Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. Show you what's strange about this photo. The right hand. The left hand on this picture. Here, Your Honor. Shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. And this directly contradicts another piece of evidence. Man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that the left hand contradicts. Prints on his right hand. Evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, prints on the murder weapon were from 𝐒𝐸𝐿's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. 𝐒𝐸𝐿. Now that everyone is in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You've given us the definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. 𝐒𝐸𝐿 who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. 𝐒𝐸𝐿 didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. But the defendant could have shot the victim. This is hard, the victim himself or Larry. I guess he could have shot himself. Definitely wasn't Larry. Why would it be Larry? Let me save. I don't want to lose my health for a stupid question. If I say Larry, it's just because I want to point the blame to someone else. I'm gonna say the victim himself. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order! Order! You are saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can't think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. So very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victims found reveals the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. There's no way it could have been suicide. Order, order! Mr. von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I'd already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. Autopsy report updated. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be a defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun revealed that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. The court is adjourned. Nice. December 26th. Ooh, that was a close one. Hey, do you have anything to say? No, I've yet to be declared innocent, Mr. Wright. Well, yeah, but what happened to out there in that lake anyway? If you didn't commit suicide, then who? Shooter was about a meter away too. Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. He's just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh, right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Kill you to just state how you really feel with the fangs, Edgeworth. I questioned the transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter. The only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Okay. We still have that possibility that, you know, there were 3 shots fired from the gun, but only two shots she heard. Okay. December 26th, that's detention center visitor. Ah, yeah. Hey, Nick, it's you. I'm glad Mr. Edgeworth made it through today, okay? A relief. Hey, why did you do that anyway? I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. I know I'm not the lawyer my sister was. I'm sorry. Well, you did save the trial. Behave from now on, okay? Okay. Okay, let me talk to her. Questioning. Have you been questioned yet? No, not yet. Detective 𝐒𝐤𝐞𝐬 was here just now. He said, seeing as this is your first offense, we'll let you go after questioning. Ooh, oh, and he wanted me to get bail money already. You pay for me, okay? Huh? How much? I don't know, I guess they'll send you a bill or something. Maybe I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail. Mia. Any luck with Mia? None. Didn't get through to her at all. Right, I really did. I don't know what to do. I think I probably shouldn't have stopped my training. It sounds like she really did do her best. I should check and see if there's any waterfalls in the local area. I wonder if I'll ever see my sister again. Present to her. Photograph. Is that the large photo load I was talking about? Huh? Huh. Nice and big, but you can't really see the faces any clearer, can you? Okay, what about the deposition? Or, okay, never mind. Let's move. Yes, let's move towards the... What's this? There's quiet around here when nobody around. Right, I have to get Maya out of that detention cell soon. Let's go talk to Criminal Affairs Department. 𝐒𝐤𝐞𝐬's not here. 𝐒𝐤𝐞𝐬's at the scene again today. Huh? Oh, really? He's a live wire, that one. Got into a fight with the chief for not following protocol. Not following protocol? But he wouldn't help them build a case against Edgeworth. Let's find him. There are fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops are still around in the park. I wonder if Detective 𝐒𝐤𝐿 is here today. Guess let's move towards the beach. Haven't seen Larry around today at all. Probably off paying through the nose on a date with the lovely 𝐒𝐸𝐞𝐬. Let's go towards the... What? There he is. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal. Oh, today it, what a trial. I was going to say good show, but it wasn't really all that. Oh, you did save Mr. Edgeworth, I guess. I wasn't sure how to thank you, you know? Thanks? Okay. Present. Gun? Maybe you should tell me why Mr. Edgeworth's prints were on the weapon, pal. How should I know? Oh, she heard 2 gunshots, right? Wait, look at the code record. According to this weapon, it's fired 3 times. What? How's that possible? Where was the 3rd shot fired? Yes, that's what I was asking. I wonder, maybe it was the practice shot or something? Maybe? Maybe not. That woman really took us for a ride, didn't she? I mean, she was a witness for murder and all. Well, if it weren't for the photograph, Mr. Edgeworth wouldn't have made it today. Oh, really? Were you at the trial of her, or detective? Robert Hammond, he was the defense attorney in the Dell season. He's the one with the full suspect of the hook. I wonder what Mr. Edgeworth thinks of him. Not much, I'd wager. Very funny, Paul. I'm drawing a blank. Talk to him about Maya. Talk to you about Maya. What? Not out on bail yet? Strange. I told them to let her go as soon as they had their report written up. Man, I didn't know what would have happened if that courtroom today if it weren't for her. Seeing her getting dragged out there by the bailiff? I'll be honest with you, pal. Shed a tear or two. Mr. Edgeworth, he was so moved when I saw his lip trembling. Really? All this ice Edgeworth? He was really grateful for what she did, you know? Prosecutor. Alright, I wanted to ask you about Edgeworth. Oh. Is he afraid of the earthquakes? I never heard anything about that before. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't talk about himself too much, see? There's one thing that's clear as day. Him hating crime the way he does, and him becoming persecutor, and him becoming scared of earthquakes. It all started with that incident. The 𝐒𝐸 incident? Yep, that's the one. 15 years ago, when he saw his father shot before his very eyes. He still feels the pain now. You can see it in his eyes. Rose trial. 𝐒𝐸𝐞𝐜𝐬, any idea what strategy what Karma is planning for tomorrow? Sounds like he's bringing in another witness. Another witness? Right, he said something about that in the trial today. There were 2 witnesses. I was wondering who that other witness was. Who was it? Sorry, pal. As much as I would like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Alright, I'm going to head back to the station. Get that report on Maya and get her out there as soon as I can. Oh wait, I was wondering, how much is that going to be? Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole thing, amount. What? Edgeworth? Didn't I tell you? Grateful to her for what she did. Alright, pal. Well, don't forget to go pick her up, okay? Maybe I can get Edgeworth to pay this month's rent too. Let's go to the rental shop, perhaps. Looks like the boat rental shop is closed today too. Back to the public beach. Back to the entrance. Back to the detention center. Hey Nick, you finally came. They just finished the paperwork. I'm free to go. Get lost, eh? Those interrogators were really mean. They were like, okay, what did you do this time? Like, I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe it? Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they? Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for bail. Thanks, Edgeworth. Huh? He posted bail for you. Said he was grateful for what you did. Mr. Edgeworth did that? I have to make it up to him. Good to win this case, Nick. Let's talk to her. What do you think we should do next? We're kind of lacking the clues department. Let's go to the party and look for Gordy. I was kidding. If there are any clues out there, the park's as good as any. What do you say? Shall we head down there? Sure. Have you noticed anything lately? You know, I did notice one thing while I was here in detention. It's really pretty comfortable here. It's warm and they keep it very clean. And have you noticed anything about the case? Well, not much more than that, no. I was still upset about Mia. I should leave her alone. So let's move towards the camp now. Like, there aren't many cops around today, are there? They're probably back at the precinct working up the case against Edgeworth. Hey y'all! Hey, it's Lana. I really did it today. What did we do now? Oh, I'm not complaining. Yeah, I did a little thinking, a little self-reflection you might say. Realized that being a witness is a mighty big responsibility. I just went up there and started blabbing any old thing that came to mind. What You see, I want to make it up to you all. Make it up? Making it up. What do you mean by making it up to us? Well, you see, actually I got a bit of information for you. What? But Karma didn't want me to say nothing about it. What information? Now we're getting to the heart of it. I reckoned we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange. Exchange? I thought this was a make it up to us. Right. Propose a little exchange to make it up to you. What? Information will come cheap, my friend. Hey. See you're thinking, my, how unsophisticated these Southern folks are. Written all over you. Let me tell you. Most Southerners are way more sophisticated than you. No exception, okay? Well, what will we be? Gonna deal or not? What do we do, Nick? Deal. I don't have any other leads, so I don't think we have a choice here. Okay, how much? Huh? Completely off your rocker? I might not be sophisticated, but I'm not trying to rob the poor. Huh? The only fair exchange for the information is information. Listen good. What I need from you is the information about Gordy. Oh, Gordy? Gordy doesn't, Gordy might not exist. Bring me proof that shows he don't. I'll be keeping watch from the car, okay? If it's something you'll come up to me first, okay? Got it? Okay. Right. See you later. Okay, Nick. Let's go hunting. Hunting? You don't seriously mean... Gordy? I sure do. What about Edgeworth? We're searching for Gordy for him, Nick. Gonna get it? Okay, and how exactly do we search for a make-believe monster? Maybe we can find a monster myth specialist. Talk to... Go to the office, this? Oh, fresh air. You gotta say, freedom feels great. Behave yourself in the courtroom, okay? Misbehaving much more fun. It's not going to be so much fun when Edgeworth refuses to pay our bail again. Right, I'll behave. I'll be here. I wanted to go to Grossberg because she seems like an expert in this. Apparently Mr. Grossberg is on vacation today. Well, I guess I can come back tomorrow if I need anything. Fancy looking bookshelves. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. Never mind. But maybe he has like an information about that. So let's move to offices. Let's move to you. Hey there, Paul. What's up? You look out of sorts. Wait, you didn't go and do something that's going to hurt Mr. Edgeworth's case again. What do you mean, again? Whatever. Have a seat, pal. I'm here for you if you need anything, besides money, that is. Gordy. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, do you know Gordy? The monster down in the Gourd Lake? Personally, no. Well, we're looking for it. Ah, are you out of your minds? Good time to go wild monster hunting? How about doing a little questioning for me then? Oh, Detective 𝐒𝐤𝐬, it's scaring me, Nick. Tell Detective 𝐒𝐤𝐬 about the deal with Loda. Nick, try telling him sooner next time. Sorry. Nice people. Sorry for shouting at you. Okay. I, Detective 𝐒𝐤𝐬, will aid your search for Gordy. Huh? Loading one of our newest secret weapons for finding evidence. Really? You can take whichever one you like. Weapons. Okay, give us the goods. Hold on now, everything in due time. First, let me show them to you. These are our best and brightest. Producing secret weapon number 1, missile. A missile? Canine police dog, still in training. Missile, here boy! Oof. Here he is. He's cute. Okay, cute dog. Cute dog. This will help us how? Oof. Next secret weapon number 2, a fishing pole. Here, this is my own personal pole. The 𝐒𝐤𝐬, we're looking for a monster. Yeah. We were supposed to catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole. Never know till you try, pal. Okay, this next one is the last one. Please, I'm already overwhelmed by your choices. Weapon number 3, a metal detector. Here. Detective 𝐒𝐤𝐬, we're looking for something alive. Right. How are we supposed to find it with a metal detector? You never know, it might have been eating soda cans. Well, which will it be? I can make up my mind, Nick. They all seem so perfect. I can make up my mind either, for the totally opposite reason. Well, I suppose it can hurt to borrow one of them. Let's say borrow the metal detector. Maybe we can find another bullet. Sure thing, pal. I'm not sure what we're going to find with it. Remember, you're hunting for a monster. Anything is possible. Anything. What's the investigation proceeding? Not really. Another meeting going up. We're supposed to talk about Mr. Edgeworth's motive. Motive? Mr. Edgeworth's father died in the DL6 incident. The guy who got lone suspect declared innocent was the victim in this case. Robert Hammond. I think that's why Mr. Edgeworth shot him. Edgeworth never talked about his past. Maybe we'll drag that out and hit him with it in court tomorrow too. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I gotta admit, it doesn't look good, pal. Can I get another one? Let's keep this one. Please don't tell me I'll have to move over every time and just get something else. What the fuck is this? The Steel Samurai, Nick. Yo, Maya. Mary, what the heck is that? What was my girl Kiance's idea? It was all if you like, but this here it would like really cool. Dude, she gave it to me along with the banner. Wow. It's really impressive she could find those for you. But she knows a lot of people. That show's finished now. She's got them for free. Oh, Nick. What happened with 𝐒𝐤𝐞𝐜𝐬? Well, we made it through the first day in court, alright. I don't know how good our prospects are from here on. Huh. Hey Larry, did you know Mr. Edgeworth's secret weakness? He's terrified at earthquakes. Like a little boy. Huh? That's weird. I don't think he was ever like that in school. No, really? We were only in the same class for a little bit. Transferred schools pretty quickly. Right. When the DL6 incident happened. Doesn't look like Larry knows about it though. Samurai. Hey Larry, how did you get that big thing? Huh? Oh, the big guy? I had that for about a month, yeah. Back head with the kids. Wasn't it there yesterday? Huh? Oh, right. The compressor was busted. Sir? It's that little unit by my hot dog stand. That's what I used to put air in this new Samurai. It broke a little while ago, so I sent it to the repairs. Oh. And here I thought you inflated it by yourself. Okay. Let's go. Okay, let's move towards the boat rental shop. Why so quiet here? I wonder if the boat shop is closed for good. Well, with the murder on the lake and all, they probably just taking a vacation and blows over. I get it. Beep, beep, beep. Nick, it's beeping. The metal detector's found something. Sure, it's loud enough about it. Whatever it is, it must be in those bushes. Go check it out, Maya. Check it out. Ah, Nick. Look. Air tank. Ah, the valve looks broken. But it was Gordy. Oh yeah, first of all, why would Gordy be in the bushes? Second of all, why the metal detector react as sea monster? Oh. Something wrapped around the air tank. Looks like a string of flags. Well, we might as well take it with us now that we found it. Heavy. Okay. I guess that's all here. Let's go the other way. Hey yo. Oh, you all find something about Gordy? No, nothing. Well, keep moving. It gets cold out there at nighttime. A little chilly. I think I have a sneeze. Oh, no you don't. No sneezing. Achoo! Oh yeah, no sneezing. I set the camera to respond to things a little softer than a bag. The trigger on one of those one Karma's finger snaps now. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, sorry's nice, but what about my foot? Nick, hey the lady. Oh no. Gordy. What are you going to do with the Gordy doesn't exist? I quit being an investigative photographer. After all, I only have one photo to my name so far. Is it a good one? Bad. A UFO. A UFO? Anyway, if I can't get a career making photo this time around, that's it. I'll quit and go back to school. Ah, so you're really a university student. Yeah, well, I'm making a break for it a bit. Right. What happened? Learned something in today's trial, that's for sure. Testifying is serious business. That's why I decided to talk about that case anymore. Oh, didn't you say you had the information about the case? Tell us at least. Like I said. Trade for the dirt and Gordy. Okay. No records? No, actually no back. Send. Guess we found this. Maybe she wants it? Yep, I would have to say I know exactly what's good about that. It's easy to know when something isn't casual, that's interesting. So let's get a different tool. But just to be sure, let me move to the offices as well. Let me move to the Grossberg as well, just to be sure. Back to the convention center. Come back later. Edgeworth is still in questioning. Back to you. Detective 𝐒𝐤𝐬 isn't here. Now that you mention it, didn't he say he had a meeting to go to? Oh, that's right. Let's come back later. Okay, he's not here, so I cannot get another one. maybe you could find the same thing all three ways. Like, if you had the other thing, you could just throw the fishing pole in and you would pull it out, and if you had the dog, he would find it in the bushes as well. Possible. Let's go back to the national park, I guess. Maybe offices now? No. Back to the offices, back to the park. Back to the here. Talk to him. Present to him the air tank. What? An air tank? What about it? Larry, I wanted to ask you about this tank. Is it yours? Why would I have to think like that? Look. See how there's a string of flags around the tank wall? Just like the string of flags around your steel samurai there. Huh? Must be coincidence. String of flags everywhere these days. Like elementary schools. And used car dealerships. Look, why would I need the tank anyway? Go diving. Use this to go diving in the lake, don't you? Whoa, what? Why the heck would I go diving in the lake? Wait. You're not saying I had something to do with that murder. No, not at all, just... Hey, watch it, buddy. I'm not saying anything until my lawyer gets here. Larry, Nick is your lawyer. Larry, she's right. Anyway, I've never seen that air thing, okay? Yeah, right. Larry's hiding something, I can tell. Have you seen it before? Oh, no, never. Okay, let's go back, talk to him, and... machine. What? That's a compressor. Use it to fill up that balloon over there with air. Neat. What did repair this ray, man? What a drag it was. Okay, well, I guess that's something. Go back to... Don't waste time showing me things. We have... You know, the enemy has more tricks up his sleeve. He's bringing up another witness. Fine. I don't know what to show to anyone now, though. We Grossberg? No. Nick. Okay, never mind. That's the guy that's selling my dog faster than I can cook them. You think Gordy really exists? I think somebody probably saw something else that they just thought was Gordy. I'll keep selling samurai dogs until this truth's out. Okay, never mind. Let's ask him a different question. Let's ask him not for diving, let's ask him the other thing. To inflate something. You used this to inflate that, didn't you? Inflate what? What else? A big, puffy steel samurai. Huh? Now why would I go asking me a question like that? It's like I hit the nail on the head. Right, right. Actually, see, that compressor I always used was on the fritz. I tried using the tank to inflate it just once, and it didn't go well, as I suspected. That's more about the tank. It didn't go so well. Yeah, do you think you could be a little more specific? Come on, look, this is embarrassing, so I really don't want to talk about it. Tell us. Fine, whatever. Like what I said, the compressor was busted. I took the tank and tried to fill it with samurai with that. Then, blam! The valve busted open, made this incredible noise. The tank there took off like a rocket. I took my deflated steel samurai with it. Of it to Gore Lake? Sure scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure. Flying air tank. So the tank and the steel samurai were trying to fill up the flowway. What happened next? Well, all that happened on the 20th or so. 20th, a week ago. As far as I could see, the tank went flying out into the lake. I went out every night in a boat looking for it. I mean, 𝐒𝐤𝐚𝐥𝐬 gave me that steel samurai after all. When did you find it? Just the night before last. It blew way out there. It took me 4 whole days to find it. The night before the last was the night of the murder. Sorry, but for not telling you, Nick. Actually, I was here on the night of the murder. You see, I went home before midnight. You didn't know about what happened? No. That's too bad. Not all bad. Solved one mystery at least. Mystery? Maybe we should go tell her. Okay. Let's go to Gourd Lake Woods. And let's talk to her about Gordy. Well, Mr. Lawyer, I've got info you all need. You got the scoop on the Gordy for me yet? Gordy doesn't exist. Oh yeah, there is no such thing as Gordy. What? How can you all be so sure? Really, Nick? We got some proof Gordy doesn't exist? The proof that doesn't exist is here. Of course I have proof. No lawyer wore his badge would make a claim without a proof to back it up. The proof that Gordy doesn't exist. This. There is air tank. What are you all doing with an air tank? This Gordy. Excuse me. What exactly are you saying, Nick? There's a stand near here. A hot dog stand. There's a giant inflatable samurai doll there. About a week ago, an idiot who happens to be a friend of mine tried to fill it. He used this air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Apparently, it made a pretty loud bang when it flew. Bang. The tank, along with the still deflated samurai, fell into the lake. At the same time, I was taking a photograph of the lake. This photo. Wait, so you're saying that Gordy is really the steel samurai? Well, that's fine way to ruin a gal's dreams. I'm sorry, Loda. Nah, it's okay, you win. I'll give you your info like I promised. Loda. This information. Well, tell us this information you have. Promise is a promise, I guess. I've heard the cops are around saying something about the witness tomorrow. That he's the caretaker of the boat rental place up the path here. Boat rental? There's someone there? I mean, it looks so deserted. That's an old guy living all by himself. We should go check it out. Thanks, Loda. We will. Let's get cracking, Nick. Hold on, something else? Yeah, the night of the murder. The camera clicked twice, you know? Wait, so you have another photo? Well, yeah, but there's nothing in it at all, it's just a lake. I figured it wouldn't be much use as evidence, so I kept it to myself. Well, it might not be helpful at all, but here, take it. Second lake photo added. Bye now, well, take care. Time for me to pack up and leave. Okay, let me check that other photo. No, not that one. that one. I cannot. Poor Loda. It's all Flare's fault. Legend still lives on, I guess. Legend? Yeah, the legend of Larry, familiar to all those who know him for any length of time. When something spells, it's usually the bots. Someone should whip that bot into shape. Okay, let's go to the boat rental shop. Hey Nick, this is the boat shop that Lotta was talking about. You're right. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all. Well, let's go check it out anyway. Caretaker's Shack. Number 26. Caretaker's Shack. Mac, that you? Hey, is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick. Oh my god, he cannot see anything, so that's easy. Nick, you handled this. I think I'll leave this up to you, Maya. Meg? Yes? Finally made up your mind, have you? My mind? You'll run the pasta shop when I'm gone. Pasta? Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. You make your old man proud. When kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running, an old man like me? Holy, the kids are home. Hello, hello. Nick, what was that? A parrot, the one on the perch. Eve? Yes? Leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, Sonny. What's the wet noodle? Based on the available evidence, I would say it's the name of his pasta shop. That's a relief, isn't it, Polly? Hello, hello? Yup. Fell asleep. Guess he's relieved. Let's examine around. Wow, there are a lot of birds, fish in Gourd Lake, aren't there? Something's funny, Nick. All these fish are saltwater fish. Look, a little safe. Locked. Wow, here's a television in here too. This fishing pole looks expensive. Look, Nick, his electric blanket on his table looks warm. That's a great idea. We should do that in the office. We can sit down with our clients, snack and warm, and drink hot cocoa. You know what? Talk about murders? You're a party pooper, Nick. Wow, what an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello. It ignored me. What you forgot, Mac? You gotta call her by her name first. Name? Holy, how you been? Hello, hello. See? Neat, so the parrot's name is Polly. Parrot, cool. Too bad, can she says hello? Well, Polly can say lots of things. We just need to know the secret words. Secret words? Polly, what's your name? Polly. Ah. Cute. Let's find a new friend. Looks like a kitchen unit. It's pretty clean. Funny. It doesn't look like the type to keep things tidy like that. Forgetting Nick. It's running past the shop here. Okay, I guess that's it for this. Talk to him. Pasta restaurant. Pasta shop? Yep, the thing the wet noodle will live on when I'm gone. My father started, you know, so that makes you two the third generation. Egg. Yes? Tomorrow we'll start with the secrets, though dozen. What dozen? You too, Keith. Yes, you'll be the best pasta wrangler the best West has ever seen. Pasta wrangler, the West? Isn't pasta from Italy? Egg. Yes? You know the best pasta is always being made west of the Rockies, don't you? Right, of course. Everybody knows that. Nick? Huh? How long do we have to keep up this all-in-the-family charade? This old man must know something about a murder. We're not leaving until we find out what it is. Old rental shop. This is the boat rental shop, right? What are you talking about? Here's the palace of the pasta, the wet noodle. Oh, now that you mention it, we haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. All the kids come up and say, "Yo, dude, we wanna ride in one of those boats." That's why I keep them boats out there. Youngsters these days, darned if I understand them. I'm pretty confused myself. This isn't going anywhere. This old man is a witness tomorrow, right? Have to find some way of getting information out of him. Holy. Ah, my memory's gotten worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly there. Everything important? I wonder. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. Alright. Hey Polly, watch it, will you? See Nick, all it takes is a little clever thinking. The criminal mind. Quick Nick, write the number now. Hey, don't get me involved in your little haste schemes. Okay, let's examine the safe and we can put the code in. Look, a little safe. Locked. Wait, I wanna unlock it. Present the parrot. Now listen here, Keith. Remember that tricolor pasta we were talking about? A rainbow ball, yeah. I figured out the last color we should use. Indigo blue. Indigo blue? Didn't seem to work the way I thought it might. Second life photo, empty lake. You're gonna be staying for these. Just keep showing him stuff. Maybe he's gonna say something to either of those. See the gun, perhaps? Maybe he knows something about the gun. No. Go to Gordy. Okay, he's useless. Let's show him the case, I guess. And the last thing I'm gonna show him is the photo. Okay, let's get out of here. I have nothing so far. Okay. Not here anymore. What a magazine, cool, yes. Nothing there, really. can I unlock it? Maybe I can present the parrot to someone else, but I didn't see anyone. Okay. Was because of murder. There are some boats floating in the dock. The murder took place on a boat from the dock. Apparently the police took away the actual boat that was used that night. There's a space for one more boat at the dock. Yeah, I guess I can talk to him. Present him with the parrot. Never mind. I don't know. Perhaps we can figure it out. I don't know. I'm thinking where to go. Well, perhaps give him more stuff to present him. Start from the right before, so let's start from the left this time. Huh? Wait, that's new reaction. Is it a lawyer's badge? Yes, it is. I can't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge. I get it. Huh? Yep, I got you figured out now. You're not Keith. Nick. Also, chance to clear things up. Sir. No, I'm not Keith. And I'm not Beck either. I'm here investigating a murder that took place in this lake the other night. Please help us. Lawyer, huh? Yes, mister. Alright, I'll help, but on one condition. That. When this case is over and done, I'll run the wet noodle. Okay, let's promise him. Okay, we promise. Nick, are you sure about this? Anything to get this case solved. Also, we don't want to eat phoenix noodles. Guess so. That's my boy. Good for you, Keith. Didn't I just say? You too, Mac. Hehe. You bring a tear to your old man's eye, you know? Oh, what was that you wanted to know? Speak up, Polly. Hello. I was talking about the bird again. How to get him to talk to us? Okay, what about the lake photo? Say something about it? Fell asleep. The first one? Yep, I think it was something about this, sir. Yes? Okay, you can call me Dad. Dad, you know something about this? Yep, the other night, out on the lake. Yes? I know all about that. I've seen it. What? Tell us what you saw. I suppose, since you're taking over the shop and all. Talk to him. What you saw? At the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night. Yep. It's after midnight, but okay. I heard this bang, so I looked outside. And I heard another one. Bang. A little while later, this boat comes back, and a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself. Yup. What did he say? Yup. Forgot. I remember tomorrow by court time, I promise. But earlier than that. What? Terry was just here. Terry? Yep, that kid next door. Always used to make him cry, remember? Swearing. Must be talking about Detective Gumshoe. Comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow. Really? I don't think we are going to get much useful information from this guy. Oh yeah, maybe we should believe in. You're right. Wait, I had one more question. Huh? Polly, have you forgotten something? Fuck. Don't forget DL6. Huh? What did she just say, Nick? One more time, Polly. Don't forget DL6. The DL6 incident? Hey, mister. I mean, Dad. It's getting weird. Who's this old guy? What did that bird Polly know about DL6? Figure out who the old man is. Oh, what? Lock the door from the other side. I think I need to do a little more research on this DL6 and maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe. Well, let's go back to the shoe, I guess. Oh, wrong way. Let's go back to Gumshoe. We should be done with this meeting now. Hey Paul, long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong with this time? Actually, we wanted to ask you something. Yeah? Oh, the caretaker. You know the board rental shop down at the Board Lake? Oh yeah. The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? Huh? How do you... that was supposed to be a top secret. You know who that old man is, Detective? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I had at first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Mr. Woda hard yesterday. As for who he is, you have absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. DL6 incident. Detective Gumshoe, please help us. Huh? We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that it has something to do with the current case. To tell the truth, I don't know much about the DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file. I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal. What? However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up. That should be easy, I'll just present the parrot. That, a parrot? The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about that incident. Incident? DL6. What? Polly, have you forgotten something? Squawk. Don't forget DL6. Squawk. Huh? Pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6? Nick, he might be... Get ya. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through there is the station record room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find out what you need. Alright, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room. I'm gonna face Edgeworth's past. Wow, it's amazing, clean dusty. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Try that DL6 stuff quick. 15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred to DL6. I found out where the file is. Oh, thanks. Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll go get the right file. Okay, let's go with, I don't know, case summary. Well, first I have to get the handle on the main facts, like a summary. Summary, found it. Here we go, December 28th, 2001. Exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. So in 2 days, the case is closed. Incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse. What? Is this the same district courthouse we are holding the trial now? Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all of the lights went out. Wow, that was some earthquake. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours? That would be scary like that in the dark. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator, and the survivors were unconscious. Survivors? One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in the elevator. Do you have any data on the victim, Edgeworth's father? Yeah, hold on. Victim, here, I found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he would be 50. He lost that day's case in court out in the elevator with his son, Miles. Miles? Miles Edgeworth, of course. He was in the elevator with his father. The angle of the bullet and the evidence, it could have not been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Ah, sounds just like the current case. What's going on here? Suspect data. Data of the suspect in here? That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it. Mine arrested the suspect was 𝐒𝐩𝐞𝐜𝐬. He's a clerk in the court, apparently. He must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. He was found innocent thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond. The victim in our case. Right. Suspect Mr. Yogi was oxygen deprived. So much so he had brain damage. Lost all memory of being in the elevator. If he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder? Should be closer than I think. Is that boat owner, right? I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. I don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Are we going to take the whole file? There's too much, we'll never get it out. Right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? DL6 case file added to the... Right, that's probably all we will be able to find here. Now, all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. Okay, we're done with the second part. Save. Cool. And now we're going for day 3, the trial. The investigations are fun, but they are very, very hard. Like finding the right evidence at the right time. Hard. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. Where's the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement? Very well, no opening statement, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. Prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Order, order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Must you question? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I'll call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand. The mysterious boat shop owner. Witness, state your profession. I am the proprietor of the restaurant Wet Noodle at Cold Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. Still haven't heard who this old guy is. There's an objection. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah. Predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Don't ask a trivial question and cooperate. Right. The witness will state his name. I'm not really sure. What do you mean? My memory, Your Honor. The witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. He cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness? The night of the murder. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yup. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual. I heard a bang. Yup. When I looked out of the window, I saw a boat just floating in the lake. I heard another bang. It's about then the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well. I would like to begin the cross-examination. There's nothing to question my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Your verdict now. Yes, Mr. Wright? Cross-examine. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well. You may begin. Right. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma. 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. May cross-examine the witness. Okay. It was the night of 24, just after midnight. I don't need to press on that. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual. Is there anyone who could verify that? Well, I guess Paulie could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, Paulie is a parrot. Parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keith, pretty boy. Keith? Prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness else in the shop. Witness, please continue. I heard a bang. Yep. And where did the bang seem to come from? In the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good, continue. When I looked out of the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Is there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there, I couldn't see clearly. I figured there was 2 men out there, yep. We couldn't see them clearly. Yep, at the time, that is. At the time... I heard another bang. So you heard 2 gunshots total? Yep. That's what Lotta said in your testimony yesterday. About then, the boat comes back to shore and man walks by the window. By your window? Yep, on my window, right outside of my window, with my little shack. Did you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me, I saw him. This is a rather important detail, please add it to your testimony. I have a bad feeling about this. The man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Oh. Dad? That's certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by too. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. What karma? He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. Better get quit, or this trial is going to be over. Raise an objection. Your Honor, it proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? The photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his friends after he fired, ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Raise an objection. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his words is all we have. If he were telling a lie, Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Do we have evidence? Oh, good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please, we need your help. Nick needs you. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately. Be held pending trial in higher court within a month. That is all. This court is adjourned. What? But why? Wait! Who was that just now? Me! Huh? Larry? What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. Today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Order. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. Come on, Mr. Von Karma. Do you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. And I realized something he said was different from what I remembered. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call 𝐒𝐸𝐿 a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Order, order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, order, given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. It could have made things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right, okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. Waste of time. Verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Nice. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. December 27th, 10:28. Ooh, that was too close. They keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. Just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night? Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Right. They found the balloon and the air thing at night? Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You see something, right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When I fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. And I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. See. Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Don Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. Oh, 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Okay, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's Larry now. Okay, let's get the testimony. December 27. Court is now back in session. Let's do a save. For that, Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw. The night of December 24th. Leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I admit it, but you're our last chance. Old Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Night of the murder. That night I was out on a boat on the lake. I was looking for something. I found it. I quietly slipped the backpack back in the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. After I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. The night I was out on boat on the lake. Press. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay, first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11, when I went out in the boat. By the time, everyone had gone home for the night. I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something, and I found it. Looking for something? Yeah. Mr. Boss, what is it we were looking for? What the witness was searching is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. It's surprisingly close to the truth, in a sense. This is all irrelevant, let's go it over with. I quietly slipped in the boat back in the rental shop dock. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figure I was searching for about an hour. This was around 12, yeah. Not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? They use watches these days, Larry. And just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Why Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Yes. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order, order! Well, Mr. Butts, whoa, whoa, whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. After I heard a single gunshot, I went home. Yes. We only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Oh. Well, Nick, it was pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Okay, let's do save. And so he heard that one gunshot, that's not one of the other two. Present evidence. Show the empty old picture. I have it. Second lake photo. That's what I want, right? The witness's statement is clear, faulty or... Wait, what? No, that's not what I meant. After I heard a single gunshot, I went home. Okay, then present the evidence that there were 3 gunshots. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. Exactly, are that evidence and the statement just not related? They are related, of course they are. Wow. I guess... Wait, there's one more thing I can use. Present the testimony, because she heard 2 gunshots. Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard 1 bang? You're sure? That's what I said. Mrs. Littleheart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. The old man just now said the same thing. Both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Oh, Nick, please. You know something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. You got to treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butt, what? You only heard 1 gunshot? Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Yeah? Sure. How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude. With my headphones. What? This guy. Order, order, and stop booing. Mr. Butts, you're listening to the radio with your headphones. Yeah, so what? Is that a crime? Listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his showy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should we continue this testimony? I mean, we should continue, right? Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. What Larry heard. It's lonely being alone on the Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening on an all request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud, like... I'm sure I heard the gunshot. remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You're listening to your radio at high volume? Yeah, that's what the big problem? Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I really believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word his witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? The announcer, the guy who says the things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between the songs. We could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. Can't believe I'm continuing this charade. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. So you turned on the radio? Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? I don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve, alone. And if I said anything. That's why I was listening to the All Request show on the radio, see? Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. You can sustained. The witness was listening to the radio, that is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night? I was listening to it, real booming loud, like... Real booming loud? Yeah, you know? You had the headphones on? I don't think you could hear anything going outside at all. I'm sure I heard that gunshot. Can you prove that? Oh, no, of course you can't. I can't prove it. I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? And exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what the radio DJ said to us? You said to us. Indeed, Mr. 𝐒𝐲𝐜𝐬 has a point. Allow the question only if you see some reason why you should care. We should care because if we know what he said, then we can replay the radio, we can figure out when it happened, and we have a time when the first gunshot happened. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask? Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, but please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? That's when he said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas." I heard the gunshot. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. There is one gleaming ray of hope in there. It's almost Christmas, that means it was before Christmas. The two shots were after it was Christmas. We'll press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. It's lonely being alone. Okay, Okay, so let's present. Say it happened 2:15 AM. Alright, like photo. Let's present that. Larry, are you absolutely sure that you are saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. If you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that away that easy. Nothing the matter, Mr. Wright. Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot. Wait, and? Almost Christmas meant it wasn't Christmas. You realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. Would seem to be the case, yes? But he should have heard the gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun trigger Mrs. Hart's camera. 00:15. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order, order! What does this mean? Two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him, suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butler's claim he heard before midnight? Larry's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. I heard the gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Gun. There were three shots. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol is bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. And then was the last shot fired. Only now I have realized the truth. A 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order, order! I guess that would make sense out of yesterday's testimonies. You waste our time again with your empty statements. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. Do you have any proof that it was fired before midnight? Do you have proof that the witness didn't just think he heard something? Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Do you have any evidence that proves there was a gunshot before midnight? Do you have evidence that Mr. Buzz wasn't just hearing things? Yes. 11:50 p.m. This one. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Mr. Loda Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24, 11:50 p.m. Yeah? There's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Ah. Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time that Larry claims. Order, order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots, separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Well, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshot separated by 25 minutes? Ah! Wrong, Nick. I have it. I have it. Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Oh, yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Oh yeah, yes. If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it. Right, I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already got a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. Just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? Testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? We have finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Mr. Edgeworth himself. Wrong one, Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, Rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. It was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fire on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been a suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit it's hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 00:15. Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. The only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men the killer are. Edgeworth and the murderer. Yeah. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes. Edgeworth won't tell us when he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make all of this. Good day, Chris. That's right, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right, it's... I don't know the name. I don't think it's Loda. It could be Loda, technically. But I don't think it is, because else would know. I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Ah, again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. Huh? The murderer is the caretaker of a boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way to the lake just to shoot someone? I suggest that the real scene of the crime was not a boat? Well then, where did the murder take place? Go to judge where the murder really took place. At the boat shop. Here, of course. The boat shop, where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. You have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime. Call Larry's testimony, if you will. And he was out on the lake in a boat searching for something. Finds it and returns to the boat. And just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. Where would that be if he had just returned the boat? Boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened at the night at Gore Lake? Please tell the court from beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Are you sure about this? I'm not really, but I think if I start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I might be just able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that what Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. Became Robert Hammond. And he got into the boat with the Edgeworth and went into the middle of the lake. Who fired a pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? The boat shop caretaker. Of course it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? But details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you ran out of explanation is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. Create a witness. I believe I shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. It ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Mr. Hart did exactly what that hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer hits a bit and he fires again. Then the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men of the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. And he put Mr. Hammond's wet boat back on the body. Threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Guard Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. Boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask defendant Miles Edgeworth for a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense had said? Yes. Well, where did you go to the lake that night? Wright has said this was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at the midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? Sorry, I can say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting trial here. Ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What should I do? Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. von Karma, your witness has disappeared. Search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I'll extend the trial until tomorrow. The final day is allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Okay. Hey Nick, you did it. Yeah. Well, at least we got out of that guilty verdict. What about Larry? That was something else. Even von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the fire all the time. You know what you mean? Sometimes I feel like it's us on the trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? You don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you are probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. I don't know whether or not to tell you. Sure? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but... I can make up my mind. What is it about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime I committed? A memory of a murder. Oh, he killed his own father, probably. Maybe. Maybe that's what happened.